Hello and welcome to another beautiful day. Actually, it's been quite a while since I made videos, and that is just because that I was trying to make sure I put a lot of things in order. But honestly, I must say that I am so delighted that yes, it actually has happened. And what do I mean by saying that it has actually happened? I have tried as much as possible to perfect, everything. And the final stage is just to a rebuild of the business website, which of course is going to be a very gigantic, kind of application. It's no longer going to be just an ordinary website. It's going to contain a lot of development workflow, and a lot of deployments and so many things. Okay, so that is the only step right now. So I have nothing to worry about with the softwares that we trade with. Okay, I just had to wait and spend a little time to make some little modifications, some adjustments, some rewriting of some codes, and here we go. Okay, now let's quickly look at what we have. All right, now I get a lot of messages where people were asking me, what chart is this? Okay, and I was like, wow, that means most of what retail traders expect to see is just an empty chart like this, okay, where you can just make your price action analysis and make all your price action analysis and then trade, look for entries to buy and sell. And of course you can do that, but let me tell you one thing: most of these people you see out there, okay, most of these traders, let's call them influencers. I mean no disrespect. Most of these guys that you see out there, okay, I'm not here to spoil their business because that is not my kind of person, but they each, most of them will tell you not to trade with indicators. Don't trade with indicators. I don't trade indicators. I'm a price action person. But you still see them take Fibonacci, which to them is not an indicator, right? And you still see these people trade with trend line, which to them is not an indicator. An indicator has to be MACD, it has to be stochastic, it has to be RSI, all right? But our trend line, Fibonacci and all of that, they are not indicators. That's a pure lie. Okay, and some will have double screens, and where you will see them analyze from a different screen, which of course you are not going to see. All right, and they still get to show you an empty a chart like this, maybe on trading view. On some we also use maybe MetaTrader 4 or any kind of brokerage platform or trading platform. Okay, but that's not me. Okay, here we go. I tried as much as possible to make sure that this what I have fits in so perfectly into my trading this kind of technique that I have adopted all this while, and that is me being an indicator person. Okay, indicators, okay, if you look at what indicators mean, it does not necessarily have to be a stochastic, it does not necessarily have to be an RSI. Okay, an indicator is a pointer. That's the simplest definition I would give. And an indicator is a pointer. What does a pointer mean? Tells you a supposed direction that market could go to, or that if market touches this point, definitely anything could happen, or that you can buy or you sell from this area. That is just a rough definition of what an indicator is. So either you use or you analyze with MACD, you analyze with Fibonacci, you analyze with RSI, stochastic indicator, or you have something like this. Okay, they are all called indicators. Okay, this is a pointer. What I try to do is to try as much as possible to think like, you know, the big dogs in the market, the institutional, you know, trading firms, the hedge fund trading, the hedge funds, you know, the big, you know, hedge fund firms, you know, and all of that, to even the banks, to, you know, see how they think. And I see a lot of charts online, okay, and I see a lot of, you know, how the chart looks. I was like, okay, can I just, you know, do something like that? And I made my research, and this is what I have. Everything you see here, you know, is mine. I designed from beginning to the end, except this, okay. But thanks to the creator of this software here, okay, a very powerful software, but it was generous enough to give, to drop the installment kit, okay, for anybody who would make use of it. And, you know, somebody like me grabbed it immediately and was like, okay, let me fine tune it, let me modify it to suit my trading, you know, if it will suit whatever it is that I have. And, you know, it works 100% for me, okay. It works 100% for me. So when all conditions are met, all parameters are set, you are going to see an arrow, okay. And once you get an arrow of any of these financial, you know, instruments here, once you see an arrow here, definitely that means that you can buy, either buy or sell. So to buy means is going to indicate with a blue arrow, okay, let's call it blue. And if it's going to be a sell, it's definitely going to come up out in this arrow color here, okay. Let's call it red, right? So let's say blue and red. So that is just it. So if I like, I could just, you know, change the color to whichever color I want. All right, so I think I should do that maybe later on, but that is, you know, the beauty of it. Now, analysis is easier to make when you have every information, you know, that you want, every information you need, you know, right in front of you. You don't have to be switching charts, okay. You don't have to be switching charts. You don't have to be, you know, asking what 1 hour, 5 hour, 10 hours, you know, monthly and weekly and daily, what are they doing, okay, when you have everything right in front of you, just like I do, okay. Indicator works, price action works, quantitative easing, or what is it called, works, ICT works, SMC works, but it depends on how you're able to manage it. All methodologies works, all techniques works, every indicator works, okay. So I think I should just say, we should just ignore anybody that says it is only his that works, or what he or she knows. It is only what he or she knows, you know, that works. I see a lady online, you know, promotes other blog, all of this, and, you know, she analyzes the market very well. So it works well. You know, recent video, she made a killing, you know, trading gold, and I was like, wow, I've also made a killing trading gold with my methodology. So which means if you had analyzed it very well and stuck to maybe that one, you know, financial instrument, which is XAUUSD, which is also this, which is also what I have here, okay, which is also here, XAUUSD, maybe this is also XAUUSD, which is a good buy here, you know, you definitely would have seen and I mean waited for an opportunity to, you know, let's wait for gold. What is gold saying? Is gold, does gold have a good reason for us to? And yes, one of the good reasons for gold is because gold is volatile, okay. The volatility for gold is so very high that it is easier, you can easily make, you know, 100 pips, you know, within minutes, you know, with gold, if the volatility is high. So that's one of the reasons. So a lot of things work. Price action, ordinarily we see people who analyze the market and, you know, make a killing. All right, so nothing changes what each and every, you know, body knows. Nothing changes what, you know, but it is not too favorable, you know. I'm just like, let me just, you know, talk about this. I think I would make a separate video for it, maybe sometime, anytime that I have the time. All right, so that is that about that. I don't, you know, want to bother myself too much, you know, about all of those. Now let's quickly look at, you know, why gold is moving up. Okay, yesterday I think I saw the move when it started after the pullback ended, and the move northward started, it initialized the move, back to northward, that is to the upside again yesterday, and I was like, wow, this is a very perfect move. Okay, now I don't, at this point, I don't really have to be analyzing all of this. I just have to look at what I have, and I also have to look at what I have. Are all conditions, does all conditions meet? Okay, are all the parameters set? If it is set, then I get an arrow to buy. Looky here, and that is just everything I need to do at this point. So it makes me work less, but yes, get a push notification to my phone, and then I come to the chart and I take any trade I need to take, or analyze any trade I need to analyze. Okay, so that's the beauty of it. So we're looking at it this way. Look at XAUUSD here is saying buy is very strong, and all parameters are actually set with this. And if you look at what we have on the chart, now let me bring you straight to the chart. You see that it's been so very bullish since yesterday, even since, yes, that's today is Tuesday. Yeah, it's actually been very bullish since here. Let me just say it since yesterday, because yeah, the week, actually the lower week has actually still covered, went far below yesterday, day before, the previous candle next to it still broke the low of the previous candle. All right, so if we move it this way and then come, now you see, in looking at it from the bigger time frame, from the smaller time frame, we do easily see what it meant by. All right, now this is it. The move actually ended creating this hammer. Okay, this reversal hammer here, and coming to 15-minute time frame, you do also see how the move actually also ended. In fact, I saw a plain and clear bullish move yesterday. So just imagine you taking your trade. This was actually a good entry here, and just about over 400 pips that was actually taken. Okay, that is if you also traded it the way I traded it. Now I think the continuation has also started again today after this small pull, after the small retracement or consolidation. Okay, now this is the point here, and originally this is what I always do. Instead of me to use this, I'd rather draw an up and a down. Okay, so once I locate it, I'll locate the nearest top, and there's the mini resistance and the mini support. Okay, so once I get that, then the rest is, for me, is history. I'll just wait. This was a false breakout, and price also still came back down to near this short support level, and again there was now a full breakout. Now the actual breakout was actually here. Now look at, so if you had waited for another retracement, okay, that let's all see if price was actually going to use this as a support, then it did. So a good buy opportunity is also very, very visible from here. So let's see where it goes. As small as this is just about 126 pips. Okay, and it is just starting another leg. Okay, so that's how volatile, that's how good, that's how sometimes, or most times, the volatility added to momentum, added to market volume and all of that influences XAUUSD, and it moves the right way with which it's supposed to move. Okay, that is good, right? So let's also move away from that and also look at another. Yesterday also was another good day for AUD/JPY. all right, yes, it was a very good day also for AUD/JPY buy. Okay, it went up yesterday. So let's quickly look at what we have. I want to quickly first of all look at it from here. Okay, we had it here quite bullish. Okay, and also we had it here also, it was quite bullish. All right, so that was yesterday. So let's go to the chart and also see what opportunity that was taken. So this is what we are always going to be seeing. Honestly, this is what we're always going to be seeing, and I'm telling you, it's going to be very, very, wonderful and very massive. Okay, let's go back to the daily. Okay, I'm just going to mark it out like that. Now look at it. So I saw it and I was like, okay, then move to a smaller time frame, which is a 15-minute time frame, and you see what we saw. You are going to see what we saw. Take the trade that we took. Now look at it here. Okay, now at this point it was actually, at the beginning of I think somewhere around London session, London in New York, sorry, London overlap. Okay, it was actually an overlap. Okay, yes, London, New York, I guess. Yes, we saw this. And so the bottom line here is to know the direction of the market. Where is market actually focusing, up or down? Now I'll show you something from the chart. Let me show you something from the chart. Today it's actually pointing another direction. Okay, now this is the AUD JPY that went up yesterday. Okay, now looking at the first two stuff here, that means a no-go area for me for a buy at all. I'm not going to buy anything because price originally is going down. So what did I do today? Once I came up online, what did I do? I saw another one. Okay, now we are seeing AUD USD. Okay, it's AUD USD time. Now let's quickly go to the chart. Now you see, okay, now you see it was actually AUD USD, but the signal didn't come up, so that means we are not going to trade it. Okay, the signal didn't come up, that means we are not going to trade it. All right, so that's how beautiful it is. I also want to quickly look at other. Okay, now we can see all of this. Now it says AUD what? USD. All right, now that's how beautiful it is. So let's also quickly fix the zigzag here so that I can see clearly. Yes, so yeah, that's a very good signal. So if this has been seen all the before now, it's the most important thing is just to be the most important thing is to know the direction of the market. That's what I've done. Okay, honestly, I can boastfully boast about this, that it is helping the business. Okay, seriously, it is seriously helping the business. Okay, it's actually helping me. Okay, seriously, it's actually helping me. So I saw that, and now look at, let me show you once again. Okay, now you see it doesn't always work like that. Okay, yes, it doesn't always work like the way we see it with the ordinary eyes. It has to take, you definitely, you must have been in the business to know what you really want to do, or why you're taking whatever action you're taking. Now you look at it, it's a buy. Okay, now if you go back to the chart, let's see, I think we saw another one, GBP JPY. Okay, yes, I think we saw another one, GBP JPY. Now you see all clear, right, except this. So that means it's gone up before maybe we started making the video. So we can also use the opportunity to take a look at it. GBP JPY, it's actually on the upside. All right, so where you are, GBP JPY. Okay, how beautiful. Honestly, this is beautiful. Okay, that is the beauty of this. I'm just overjoyed, just so happy that I was able to achieve this. Okay, I was able to get to this feat of understanding how this work, or what to do, so that yes, number one, you will be profitable, losses will be reduced, and more profits will also be will be made. All right, so that's what we have. That is how far that has been. So I think I've been able to I think I've been able to. Let's look at another one. Okay, my kind of analysis henceforth is definitely going to be different from the way we get to see all of this analysis online. Okay, now let's look at New Zealand Canadian dollar. Okay, this is actually a sell. All right, so honestly, New Zealand card is actually a sell. So if we're taking the sell anywhere from here, it could have generated a good okay. And secondly, if you look at the chart here, okay, I think I saw AUD USD. Then if you come to this chart, okay, come to this part of the chart, I want to see how strong AUD USD is. All right, I already have it here. It's a good the buy is good. All right, and I think I have it here. It's also a strong buy here, so there's no reason why. Okay, let's also look at it from here. AUD USD, we have it here. This is just, let's do the okay, it's also good here. AUD is stronger. Okay, if I come here to AUD USD is also good. And lastly, what do we have is just picking up momentum. See, okay, all right, so that's the beauty of it. Okay, that is seriously the beauty of it. So I think I saw another one, GBP JPY. So what do we have? GBP JPY is selling, oh sorry, buying. So if I want to take a buy opportunity on GBP JPY, I'd rather see, it's a very strong buy. Honestly, it is a very strong buy. So do we also have GBP JPY here? If we can't see it here, definitely it should be, then I'll look at it from here. Okay, now look at GBP JPY. It's a good buy. Okay, and also here. So that's why you see the price is actually saying strong, not strong, and strong buy, good buy. Divergence is when you don't, it's actually a no-go area. Okay, and the last one, New Zealand Canadian dollar is a sell, right? So do we have it here? It's not here yet, but definitely is going to be. Okay, it's definitely going to be. So honestly, I just wanted to make this video just to be able to express myself and just express myself and make myself happy that I have done something that is worthy, that the FX market is definitely traders all around the world, in the financial trading market, they are going to be very happy about. Okay, now you see I'm actually still okay. Now you see, even with cryptocurrencies, it works for crypto too, and it also works for indices. All right, so but you're gonna get more of FX trading and cryptocurrency, okay, because I focus more on those. Okay, so that is that about that. So I'm just if I'm coming up online, that means anytime I've gotten a signal, I may be online when a signal comes, but anytime I get a signal, I'll just, it takes seconds. Okay, it takes, let's just say, take a minute or two. I'll just maybe take the signal and then come show you guys that, see, this is the trade I took, and this is what the market is actually, saying, and this is why I took, the trade. So let's look at the market. If we also look at the New Zealand card. Now the idea here is for what I've just showed us is mainly for intraday trading. I'm an intraday trader. Okay, yes, if we want to do a setup or may have a setup for swing trading or swing traders, definitely it's not going to be that much. It's just for me to, it takes only a little time to just look into the higher time frame and have the proper setup, and there we go. Okay, so XAUUSD is still on the upside. GBP USD, yesterday was also massive and it's still massive today, was seriously also on the upside. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm very, very happy I was able to get to do this, and I hope we can still do more and more. Until then, bye. This is me journaling my trade section.